Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Saturday, February 2nd, 2019, here with your free live show. Of course, we do live picks every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com. And over there, you could use the discount code today, BIG15, and get 15% off all of your purchases today at sportschatexperts.com. Of course, we have lots of premium picks today. NBA, college basketball, gigantic schedules, as tomorrow, light schedule, of course, with no one wants to compete with the Super Bowl. And, of course, I'm not going to be competing with it either. I'm going to a party. So, hopefully, going with Joe D'Amico over to a party. So, pretty excited. Going to be a good one. But anyways, of course, today we're doing at least 3 free picks on this show. Of course, our best bet's always over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. Do the best we can to put everybody on winners each and every day. And, of course, we also get, the wanted people as well. So, of course, we do at least 3 free picks, though, every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. If you're watching us in the Facebook group, you like posting your tickets in the Facebook group, we have a new thread for February to post those tickets. So the reason why we have those threads in the Facebook group is those threads is because the tickets, when people take pictures of them and do whatever you guys do with them, and, the screenshots and everything, they end up being like this long. They take up half the page, on the thing, and people are just trying to quickly scroll through. And people like me, I don't care about games after they're over. It's like once they're over, you move on. Look at Sports Chat Place, the free site, and, we never write a recap or, go back and say, oh, we won this game or anything like that. And, if you want to do that and that's your thing, and, go ahead and do it. But, personally, the bulk of the people in there do not care. So, if you post your picks before the game starts, that's awesome. And you want to post your tickets before the game starts, just use that thread where it says post all tickets here. Not difficult. I don't think we asked too much there. But anyways, if you're watching us on Facebook, on YouTube Live, you could hit the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. But of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets are always over at sportschatexperts.com. Yep. Of course, on Fridays, I take all the games or questions from you guys. Saturdays and every other day of the week, we do my picks. And if you want to talk about specific games or specific picks, we have the Facebook group. We have over 7,500 members in there. Yeah, I don't come on here and recap every pick that we made at sportschatplace.com and all the winners that I've had in premium area and all. Like in the video, I mentioned that we were 4-0 yesterday on the show, and that's the only reason I did that is because we had all those weirdo haters on the show. So it's like, and I know the bigger things get, the more these people come out of the woodwork. I don't know if they're paid by, some other people that do videos out there. I just have one thing to say, that the people that have the most reputable sites and the best sites in sports handicapping outside of Sports Chat Place and Picks and Parlays, which I, personally think are the best because, of course, those are mine. But the most reputable people out there, the guys who have been around the longest, the guys who, you guys would know if I mention their names, I'm friends with all those guys, I'm friends, that's why, like, if you ever see, like, Tony George, we're friends, Wade from Doc Sports, we're friends. Jimmy Boyd from Sports Capping, we're friends. The guys from Covers, we're friends. Ben Burns, we're friends. He's on my sites, right? It's like we're all friends. It's these other, like, low-life guys from these, like, insignificant little channels that seem to feel the need. But you want to come with us? You want to take a shot at me? I say give it your best shot. But I would say do what we do, give it 110% every single day. And, get your viewers that way. If you think, getting your viewers by taking pot shots at me, so be it, man, But say it to my face. I'm right here. Pretty easy to find. But, anyways, do at least 3 free picks. Our best bet's always over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Some people I see in the comments, one thing that I saw, is that they say, just get to it, just get to the picks, just get to the picks. The reason why I go slow at the beginning like this is I give everybody a chance to join us. People on YouTube Live. Something must have happened there. People on YouTube Live, they get notified, and then they get a chance to join us. Over on Facebook Live, there is no notifications. But oddly enough, our viewers just really dropped off on YouTube Live. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if we just have a bad counter. But let me just take a quick look. That was weird. It's like we went from like 100 people. Anyways, we'll get to start off in the NBA today. It's so weird. If you watch this on YouTube, I wonder if people got dropped or something from the show. It's just like our viewer numbers went from, No, I'm not saying they're all trash or anything. I say that, they need to get a life. If they think that, if their marketing plan is to come over and spam my videos in my group, then they're obviously not doing something right, because you don't see me going over to other people's channels and other people's videos and other people's Facebook groups and start saying, come to Sports Chat Plays, come to Sports Chat Plays. It's like, it's pathetic. I mean, really. It's like, if you do the deal and, put in the effort, people will come. You have good days, bad days, whatever. It's like, I have good days and bad days, I admit it. But people will come. Anyways, the Warriors are taking on the Lakers. LeBron, of course, is back for the Lakers. And, the last time we saw LeBron against the Warriors, he was lighting them up on Christmas. He even went out of that game, and then the Warriors ended up losing that game really badly. And, of course, we had the Lakers in that game, so we didn't feel too bad for them. But then the next time we actually took the Warriors against the Lakers because we knew it was going to be a revenge match. And they absolutely got revenge on the Lakers the next time out. And I'll tell you, just the Warriors are just playing at a different level right now. And they're just so much better than everybody else. I know they lost to the Sixers the other night, but I think that's even more motivation that they're going to be focused and dialed in tonight. I really think that they don't like the Lakers very much. And, I think that when they play against LeBron in general, it brings out the very best in the Warriors. This is a ton of points, and that's why it's not a premium pick. But I'm going to take the Warriors here at minus 10.5, and that'll be our first pick for today's show. So actually, when people come on here and they start spamming these other shows and they start saying, oh, you should watch this other show and, you should see how these guys do it or whatever, I actually go and I check out these other shows. I do it. It's like, if these guys are doing something so spectacular, I want to see it, right? Because then maybe we could do something similar, or maybe we need to up our game. So I go over to one of these shows yesterday that someone was spamming in our comments about, saying how great it was. And I swear to God, it was this guy. I don't mean it swearing to God in an offensive way. I mean it cross my heart. I don't get it. There's a guy, and literally this is what he's doing. He's talking on here for over an hour, like 3 hours. And he's just sitting there, like, reading off scores and saying, oh, yeah, Davidson's moving up. And I don't even understand it. It's like, if you guys want me to sit there and mumble off while I'm watching TV for an hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, I can do that. But I really don't want to. I'd rather give out free picks. And then he's like, I know you guys want the free pick, but if I give the free pick, then you all leave. It's like, yeah, so just continue to give more free picks. How hard is this? Anyways. Let's get to another free pick. I know it's not what everybody else does. They think that this other show is better, and he gives out one pick or something. And then another guy, right? Another one of the shows that you guys told me to watch. It's like, I need 100 thumbs up before I'll give the pick. It's like, I appreciate the thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. It helps us a bunch. It takes you about a half a second. I appreciate the thumbs up, but I'm not going to let everybody else out here, sit here and wait for the thumbs up. I personally don't get it. The best capper is the hottest. We have all types. You can see the leaderboards over at Sports Chat Experts, who's the best capper. And you can see different guys are good at different sports. Different guys go on hot runs, cold runs. It's like anything else. Nobody stays hot forever except for the liars. And that's why we have so many different cappers at Sports Chat Experts. So someone always remains hot. But I'm going to take the Heat minus 2.5 against the Pacers. I know that this is against what we normally do because we have inverse line movement here on the Pacers, but the Pacers just stink. They have just not been playing well since the old Depot injury, and I just have very little faith in them. So I just got to take the Heat here and lay the 2.5. I just don't have big NBA explanations on this one, but I just think it's one of those things. It's kind of a game watcher's pick, and maybe those are the ones that usually bite us in the ass the most. But I don't care. I'm taking the Heat in this one. I don't want to be anywhere near the Pacers right now. I just don't like the way that they're playing. I know the Heat have been super inconsistent too, though. But that'll be our second pick for today's show. Of course, if you're joining us late, I recap at the end of the show. And at that point, I go over all the picks. So if you joined us late, no reason to ask, what you missed. Just hang on. We'll go over some more games. And, we're going to give out a ton of free picks today. Yesterday, I got to say, I was kind of a bummer taco on the show. I was just, I don't know. Most of the times I see the comments out there and all these, so many, I thank everybody for all the well wishes and nice comments and all the things you guys say. And in a lot of cases, all the, in all those cases, I appreciate that. And I think in a lot of the cases when you guys leave those comments, you guys put me up way, way higher than I deserve. I mean, there are guys, who, at certain times hotter than me, certain guys that, know certain sports better than I do and all those things. But, I just bring it every day. And, I think the consistency in doing it every day is what, helps us out and makes it better. But, a lot of things that you guys say are just, I'm humbled by it. But some of these things, people that just rip me, it's like, man, it's like I didn't do anything to you. I don't even know you. You won't even show your face or say your name. So how could I possibly know you, right? It's like most of them are just cowards. They're jealous or they're cowards. And then now I get an email saying, we're not jealous, we're not cowards, we just hate you. It's like, fine. Thanks for joining us, right? It's like if you hate me so much, thanks for coming and watching the show. Because every little bit helps. Every viewer is a feather in our cap. Anyways, let's get to the game between the Bulls and the Hornets. The Hornets get back home here, 6-4 against the spread in their last 10. The Bulls just look like a disorganized mess. And I know it's our third favorite for today's show in 3 games, but I'm going to take the Hornets and I'm going to lay the 6.5, and that'll be our third pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bet's over at sportschatexperts.com, but there's so many games on today's schedule. 12 NBA, 105 college basketball. That's before those small games even come out. And, so we have so much action. Of course, there's NHL. It's not something that we cover. There's soccer today. There's everything. And then tomorrow, there's actually a pretty decent little schedule before the Super Bowl. So, we'll have a good show tomorrow, too. We're going to do, some Super Bowl stuff, some Super Bowl props and things like that. But we're also going to have games, picks and stuff, which I always love. Last year, I think they went really light on that stuff. 2 years ago, they also went light. Now they're starting to get back to it where they have, maybe 3 NBA games that day, maybe a dozen college basketball games just to, fill that time because no one wants to watch 5 hours of Super Bowl preview. I don't care what the guys selling commercials are saying. But anyways, do at least 3 free picks. Our best bets always over at SportsChatExperts.com as well as SportsChatPlace.com Premium Plus. At Sports Chat Experts, you can use the code BIG15. Of course, that code does not apply over at SportsChatPlace.com Premium Plus, which is already discounted. So let's go to college hoops. Let's go to some of these early games. We got Georgia Tech at Florida State. Georgia Tech, one of those teams that kind of fit our wheelhouse. They getting 12 points in this one. 11-10 straight up, just 2-4 straight up on the road, but 5-1 against the number on the road. Meanwhile, the Noles 9-1 straight up at home, but only 4-6 against the number. 6-4 in their last 10 games, which is certainly not knocking out of the park, but 4-6 against the number, which really isn't knocking it out of the park. And Georgia Tech 6-4 against the number in their last 10. What we have here is a team that generally gets too many points, and I like teams that generally get too many points. This one is Georgia Tech. I'm going to take Georgia Tech. We're getting a dozen with them. They have lost 4 of their last 5 games straight up. They've covered only twice over that span, but Duke and Notre Dame, last time out, they were getting 11 at home against North Carolina and didn't get it done. Meanwhile, Florida State, the bigger the spread, the less they cover. They've been laying 9.5, haven't been able to cover that recently. 9.5, 19, and 21.5. When you look at their recent covers, 7, 5.5, and 4. This is way outside their cover zone. We're going to take Georgia Tech with the dozen. And that'll be our 4th pick for today's show. Of course, if you join us late, we recap at the end of the show. So you don't have to worry about it and say, hey, what did I miss? What did I miss? Because we recap them all. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks. Our best bets always over at SportsChatExperts.com as well as SportsChatPlace.com Premium Plus. Anyways, got a good crowd today on Facebook and on YouTube, which is always fun. More the merrier. Let's get to another college hoops pick. Of course, our best bets, once again, always over at Sports Chat Experts. Craig Trapp is the one that came up with the idea to do this, to always have it up there. He said, if you leave it up there, then people won't have to hunt around for the code or just listen to the beginning and end of the show like I used to do it. So it was his idea to put it there, but you could always see it. I like South Carolina plus the 2.5 against Georgia. I think the Gamecocks can win this one. We have some serious inverse line movement. This game opened at 4. It's now at 2.5. And only 39% of the bets here on South Carolina. Of course, the Gamecocks 3-3 against the number on the road. The Bulldogs 8-3 against the spread at home, including that big win over Texas last week. And when we look at outside of that, South Carolina, they played Tennessee really tough in that game. I know when you see a 22-point loss, it's hard to say that they played them tough, but they were pretty much inside the number most of the game. Then they lost last week to Oklahoma State. They were getting 3 in that game. In a road game, they lost by 4. They beat Auburn at home, lost to LSU, no shame in that, but wins over Vanderbilt, Missouri, Mississippi State, Florida. Pretty good stuff. But when you look at Georgia, they had that nice 10-point win over Texas last week. But outside of that, it's been pretty much a dumpster fire. Lost at Arkansas, lost at LSU, lost to Florida at home, lost to Kentucky at home by 20, lost at Auburn by a bundle, getting 14.5 and couldn't cover the number there. Beat Vandy at home, lost at Tennessee by 46 points. We got to take South Carolina here plus the 2.5, and that'll be our 2nd college basketball pick and our 5th pick for today's show. Of course, if you joined us late, I will go over all the picks at the end of the show. Of course, our best bets are always over at SportsChatExperts.com and SportsChatPlace.com Premium Plus. Sports Chat Experts, we have some of the top handicappers in the world, and you can see every pick they've ever made, documented records. And, of course, Craig Trapp runs the site there, but we are partners on it. So Sports Chat Place, I pretty much run, but, you guys know it's all about you guys at Sports Chat Place, and it's also, our team of writers who cover all the games. I think they're the best in the business. They were the first to do it. Everybody else that covers every single game is just a copy of Sports Chat Place. That's all it is. All those other guys that do the same thing now, there's probably 30 sites that do that, what Sports Chat Place does. Sports Chat Place did it first. They're all just copies. And every one of them will admit it, except for one of them. Anyways, let's get to another free pick. Got a big college basketball schedule here, and like I said, tons of premium picks. So when North Carolina played Louisville at the Dean Dome, it was Roy Williams' worst loss in the history of coaching at North Carolina. I think the Heels will be out for revenge in this one. They're 6-1 against the number on the road this season. Meanwhile, the Cards just 6-5 against the number at home. 12-1 straight up, but still, the Heels are going to be out for blood in this one. You got to take North Carolina. I love the revenge factor in this one, and I don't know if they blow them out the way that Louisville blew the Heels out at the Dean Dome. But I'll tell you one thing, I think the Heels get some revenge here. I think they get the win, and I'm going to lay the 1.5. This game opened at a pick'em, and it moved to a 1.5. I'm going to quickly move into our next game. I like Boston College minus the 2 points against Notre Dame. Inverse line movement here, but we watched the first game, and remember we had Boston College as a premium pick in that first game, and they were inside the number the whole game, and you know what? It was one of those weird games, a Boston College type game. If you bet Boston College this year, most of you guys know this, if you bet Boston College at all this season, you can't be one of those people that overreact, early in the game, because there's a good chance that Boston College won't be leading or covering or any of those things until the final minute and a half of the game. They're one of those teams that kind of hang around, I've even seen games in the first Notre Dame game where the lead extended out 15, 16, 17 points, and then Boston College reeled them in. I like the Eagles in this one. Brian Wiseman would like to know when the Detroit Lions will win the Super Bowl. I don't think they can do it with Matt Stafford as quarterback. I don't know. Certain guys just follows them around. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks on the show. So far, we are 7 picks in. But, of course, I will probably come on live later on today because there's so many games. And it will probably be on YouTube Live if I'm not on all the channels like I am right now. At the very least, I'll come on YouTube Live and go over a lot of those really late games because we have so many games on the card. We also have boxing tonight, too. And, I'm not sure if I'll be out and about. If I'm out and about, then we'll do a live. And, of course, I'm going to be doing a live halftime show for the Super Bowl tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to a party with Joe D'Amico, and there'll be a lot of special guests at that party. Not necessarily people in our industry, but a lot of celebrities. So I'm going to see if I can get some celebrities to come on our halftime show tomorrow for the Super Bowl if they're not watching Maroon 5 on the stage. But anyways, we take Vermont every single time. It doesn't matter. They've been absolutely tearing it up this season. Tearing it up against the spread, 13-5 against the number, taking on UMass Lowell and laying the 8 points. You guys know it doesn't even matter. I'm not even going to look at the game or any of the action. We're going to take Vermont and we're going to lay the 8 points. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. We're here every day doing live shows. We've been doing it. We're the first ones to do live handicapping shows. Once again, now you see a bunch of other people do it. But so far, we've done 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've done 8 picks. Let's go for more while I'm here. What the hell? Tomorrow's Super Bowl. We got a gigantic card today. Let's just pick games and continue to give out free picks here, just like what we do every single day. We give out at least 3 free picks on the show. I always say at least 3 free picks, but I always give out way more than that. Of course, at Sports Chat Experts, get, we have our best bets of the day. Hinal Patel said, Hello, Mitch. I won 10K off your picks yesterday. That's awesome. Yeah, we gave out only 4 picks on our live show yesterday. It was one of our smallest live show cards that we ever gave out, and they all hit, every single one of them. And we had some good ones. We had Bowling Green, which was also a premium pick, and I also did money line on that one. They were plus 310 here in Vegas. Iowa, which I played straight up in money line also, and we gave out the over in the Jazz game, and we also gave out the Thunder. They were all easy winners. But anyways, we don't talk about yesterday. We really care about most is today. And let's get to another free pick here. So many good games today. Kansas taking on Texas Tech. Kansas laying 4.5 in this thing. Texas Tech has been pretty miserable on the road, but actually they're the ones with the better record here, 17-4 on the season. Kansas 16-5. And I'll tell you, the Jayhawks just have not looked very good. We know that Texas Tech stumbled for a period there. They lost 3 straight games. They lost to Iowa State, Baylor, and Kansas State. To be honest, not a lot of shame in any of those losses, but they bounced back with wins over Arkansas and then last time out pounding TCU. Meanwhile, Kansas has lost 3 of their last 4 games. All of those were on the road. Their last win was at home. It was against Iowa State, but Kansas has not covered in their last 5 games. I'm going to take Texas Tech plus the 4.5 points. And that will be our 9th pick for today's show. We're really going to take it. Like I said yesterday, I kind of was down with some of the stuff they read. And, it is what it is. Generally, I don't let the stuff bother me. But for some reason, some days are easier than others. So I said yesterday when I only gave out 4 picks and kind of ended the show a little early that today we were going to give out a ton of picks, and I'm backing it up. I mean, don't just say it to get you here. I don't just say it here to get thumbs up on YouTube, which I appreciate the thumbs up, and if you guys can give me a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. But if you don't, we still love you anyway. We appreciate you coming by to watch the show. But like I said, it is appreciated. But we're here to give out free picks, and that's what Sports Chat Place has always been about for the last 10 years. And, of course, that's what our Facebook group is about. Some people think the Facebook group is there so they can brag about games that they won. So be it. We should have a thread we have a thread for tickets, but we should have a bragging thread where people just give out their picks after the game is over. Because that's what people do. I don't understand it. Why do you give out your picks after the game is over? It's like, is it to brag? I guess so, because it certainly doesn't help the rest of us. I know if I gave out picks that after the game was over, I don't think you guys would show up. Should we do a show called After the Game is Over where I just give out picks after the games are over? We're better off doing our bad beats. Because, man, we get plenty of those. How about Pittsburgh at home against Syracuse in this one? This one just looks like one of those games, right? It's like, it's one of those ones where, it just looks like one of those games. I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this one. And that'll be I don't know how many picks. We got so many picks today. And we'll just do one more just to round up the show just because we're rapid firing these things. Nevada just on an absolute tear this season. 6-3 against the number at home. 6-4 against the spread in their last 10. Boise, not a bad team here, but 3-5 straight up on the road. 4-4 against the spread on the road. So they've been respectable. And 6-4 against the spread in their last 10. 10-11. So not a great Boise team like we've seen in the past. But I'll tell you, I'll lay the 14.5 with Nevada. We've taken almost all dogs here in college hoops. So we'll take a big favorite to end the show. Anyways, I'm going to try and come back tonight, so it'll be after 6 o'clock Eastern time, and maybe cover some of these late games and some of the boxing, and we'll do that. I only have, for the premium picks, I don't have a ton of the late games, so we'll have a lot to work with if we do a late show. If I'm out and about, the show will be on YouTube Live only, so subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the little bell in the upper right-hand corner. You'll get notified when we go live. And, of course, if I'm here, if I'm at my condo in Vegas, what I'll do is we'll just do the show how we normally do it. But tomorrow, we're definitely doing a Super Bowl halftime show. And like I said, I'm going to a party, so I don't know what this party, I don't know a lot of the people at the party. Joe D'Amico, Craig and I are his +2 at this party, but it is I know it's like one of those big celebrity parties. So you guys know I generally don't run with the celebrities or whatever, but it's one of those. And hopefully I can get a couple people to come on the live show with us. But anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. We're going to recap all the picks from today's show. And we took the Warriors laying 10.5. We took the Miami Heat minus 2.5. Charlotte Hornets minus 6.5. So all the NBA picks we took here are chalky. Then we went to college hoops. We took Georgia Tech plus 12 against Florida State, who doesn't seem to be able to cover the big number. South Carolina plus 2.5 on gigantic inverse line movement. North Carolina minus 1.5 in the revenge matchup at Louisville. Boston College minus 2 against Notre Dame. They played super tough in South Bend. I think Boston College is just a better team this year. Vermont minus 8. We didn't even look at the game. We just took Vermont minus 8 because we have done that all season long, and it has been money. Texas Tech plus 4.5. Kansas 0-5 against the number in their last 5 games. Pitt plus 3 against Syracuse. Just looks like one of those games. And then we took Nevada minus 14.5 just to take a favorite because we really laid off the favorites in college hoops today. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Or no, I'll see you guys later on tonight at after 6 p.m. Eastern time sometime. Click the notifications on YouTube. You'll get notified when I go live. I'll see you guys later. Let's hopefully by the time I talk to you guys later on tonight, we're all sitting there making it rain, counting the cash.